Hi there, traders. It is an interesting day today because we did get to prove once again that the only thing that is constant in Forex trading, and basically the world has changed, and we had seen over the last few months, actually last about 6 weeks, that volatility had slowed down, which made the trading technique that I have been using, the breakout trading, just wasn't really losing money, but we weren't, it was basically break even last month. And I wanted to make a couple changes, and we all know I switched over to the 50 Fib trading, and today was the first day that I pretty much implemented the whole system, where I'm going to be focused on the Great Britain, New Zealand, EURJPY, Great Britain JPY, and Great Britain AUD. And I will show you exactly how today's trading went down, and we will also go over what we can see in the other majors. But what I want to show you right now, in case anybody hasn't seen it, is if we go to the blog, you can see that the breakout trading results are still there. But if you go to the Fib trading backtest for July, August, September, I will show this shows you the results for each pair over the last 3 months. The Euro AUD was particularly unsuccessful, and the Euro players in general did not seem to follow the Fibonacci level so well, but we had great results in the yen and the Great Britain crosses. So take a look at that at your free time. But let's go through and look at today's trades. First off, and look at the one that I'm still currently in, and that was the Great Britain AUD. And as I sent out last night, I sent out the 4 trade setups, which basically just gave you the level that I was looking to enter, which was a daily return of the 50 Fib. And you can see in this pair that that the entry point was blurry at best. I didn't have a clear plan, a clear idea. I knew the level I wanted to enter, but we had just basically had congestion. And if anything, actually at that point, I had a bias for an entry long, but I wanted to wait until we had a little clarity, and I was looking more so when we're at a congestion point like that. I will look for a move in Asian trading, and then if we get a back test into the European market, that is normally a good signal of where the pair could go. And what I did right here is I went short the Great Britain AUD, and I think I actually did it around 5:30. Actually, I think I won against us pretty much right away. And I was looking for a push down towards the 50 Fib, which we already, 50 pips lower to move. Well, actually, I moved break even about 30, but at the 50, I sold off the first lot, and I was looking for an extension to the, actually, this would be the negative 1.272 extension around 170, 134. It doesn't look like we're going to get that today, and we were stopped at solid resistance here at 170, 185. Pretty disappointed there. I thought I was going to get some follow through, but I am holding this trade. And the way that I've been following these cards is that I look for a push. I look for either a push to the extension in this particular pair. If we did somehow get back under this 170, 185 level, I would probably sell today, or I'm going to hold into the close at 4 o'clock, and that's just as they say, them are the rules. And it could break back up and towards that extension and get closed out, but or we could see a push back down lower. That was a pretty aggressive move from 170, 185 up to the tie there. We basically won about 50 pips, about 60 pips actually, in a little bit over 15-20 minutes. So that's the trade. I have that one going active, and you can see in the Great Britain JPY, we had an aggressive move that actually followed all the criteria. We had a fall. We were sitting right at the 50 Fib. We had a fall back to the Fib level. It looked good. Everything looked hunky-dory. I was sitting there waiting for the data to come through. We had a negative candle, and then we had a little bit of iffy candle, and I was looking for a push back up and maybe even close above that 50 Fib. We did not get that, and you can see that the all hell broke down in this pair, and it just continued to push lower, very aggressive. And in the EURJPY, we didn't even get close to the entrance level, because we'll look in a second. This pair is in a wedge, and I'm guessing something will probably give in that wedge tomorrow, being that it is a Friday. And the last pair, the Great Britain, New Zealand. This pair I'm a little bit disappointed because I didn't take into account, because this is the first day I've actually run this and figured this all out. What I did is around 2 o'clock I figured out my entries. in the my entries in the fib, and I didn't take account to this one last great push down. And you can see that this pair moved up and basically just touched the 50 fib at 196.05, and then did a swift reversal. It moved all the way down to 194. Let's say 194.60, so about 140 pips, but the target was actually much lower at 193.82 before it gained its footing here around the 195 level sort of support. So this was a perfect setup, and just a lesson learned in that pair. That would have been definitely another 50 pips, and we would have had the pair running into the close. If you want to take a look at the bigger level on these crosses, you can see the euro, Great Britain, New Zealand. It is sitting right here, support at 195. The EURJPY, as I said, we're in a wedge, and we're going to look. That is not a nice candle it has right there, but you can see it is respecting this ascending trend line, but it is also very respecting the bottom of the wedge. And the Great Britain Oz, you can see that this pair, we pushed all the way down towards this. Let's get a little bit more perspective here. You can see that this pair moved all the way down towards this 171.85, which has acted as support this week, but it still had much further room to roam, even in its limited range to 168.90. And the Great Britain, New Zealand, you can see, I don't know if I already said this, was at the 195 level. Let's just take a look at the rest of the majors, the Oz. It's very interesting today. We had cluster of trading. The euro showing strength, pushing higher aggressively towards the 137 level. Great Britain can't get any footing and is pushing lower. And I guess they had bad data come out that pushed the pair down, but that is very unusual for it to have contradiction in data. And the Aussie at the same time is just kind of what it's been doing for the last 6, 7, 8 trading days, just hovering around this 93.60 level. And in New Zealand, just the same thing, just sitting there doing nothing. But the yen, we did have have some considerable price action, and we're going to look for support around this 96.80 level, which it is getting to very close here. So that's what we have going on. That's the interesting stuff, and we're going to have to keep an eye on this Great Britain Oz. With the trade is just running right now, break even, and I will be coming back to close this trade out no matter what around the New York close at 4 o'clock Eastern time p.m. which I guess would be 1600 Eastern time, and GMT time, I think we add 5 to that, so it would be around 2100 GMT. Can't hold me to that, it might be 2200 GMT. Alright everybody, that's a look. First full day of the first full day of the 50 fib trading. We'll put the I put the results out tomorrow morning when everything closes. When I open shop, I will definitely I will put out the grand totals of all the trades I've been taking to their extremes. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. Good luck trading.